So today we're going to learn about equivalent fractions, and we're going to look at several equivalent fractions and make an equivalent fraction chain. So let's look at this first one on the left here. As you can see, there are two parts to make the whole. So the denominator is 2, and how many parts are shaded? 1. And that is called 1/2. The unit fraction would be 1/2. Again, this has the same amount shaded, but this time watch what I'm going to do. Instead of 2 parts to make up the whole, I'm going to make 4 parts to split up the whole. And look what happened to my shaded area. When I changed 2 parts to make up the whole into 4 parts to make up the whole, my 1 part shaded turned into how many parts shaded? 2 1/4. There's 1/4, there's 1/4, 2 1/4, and that's called 2/4. Now, instead of 4 equal parts for this one, we're going to change it to 8 parts to make up the whole, so 1/8. And here's how I would change 1/8. I would split every fourth up into a half, into 2 more, so every 1/4 piece I'm going to double. Now I have 8 equal parts to make up the whole. And how many 1/8 do I have? 4. So the equivalent fraction chain for this is 1/2 equals 2/4 equals 4/8. And that's an equivalent fraction chain. Look at the relationship though. 1 out of 2. You can double it to make 2. 2 out of 4. You can double 2 to make 4. So that means 1/2. And finally, 4 out of 8. You can double the 4 to make 8. So no matter what fraction you have in the equivalence chain, in the equivalent fraction chain, as long as half of your unit fractions are filled, that would be equivalent to 1/2. Let's try another one. Take a look at what we have here. These pieces are 1 out of 5 or 1/5, and I've got 2 shaded in, so that would be 2/5. Now I'm going to make an equivalent fraction, but instead of 5 equal parts, I'm going to switch to 10 equal parts by splitting each piece up into 2. Let's see if I can do this here. I can try. Did I get it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, I got tenths. Question is, how many are shaded? Well, if 2 out of 5 are shaded, 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths are shaded. 2/5 equals 4 tenths. Now we're going to try it one more time. I'm going to have to be very careful here and try to make 15ths. All right. And I'm going to split each 5th into 3 more. Almost there. Not bad, not bad. So now I have 15 equal parts, and how many parts are shaded? 1, 4, 6. 6/15. Now how does that work? 2 out of 5, double your parts shaded, 4 out of 10. 2 out of 5, triple your parts. 5 times 3 is 15, triple your parts shaded. 2 times 3 is 6. So whatever you're going to do to the numerator, you have to do to the denominator. That's an equivalence chain for 2/5. Last one is one of my favorites, 1/3. 1/3, let's make it equivalent to how many sixths? How many 1/6 can we make here? I'm going to double that there, and double that there. How many sixths are shaded? 2. Now instead of sixths, oh boy, should I try to make ninths? Let's try. Alright, this one wasn't perfect, but for all intents and purposes, it'll work. Because I still made 9 parts. They might not be perfectly equal, but they are 9 parts. And 3 parts are shaded. So the equivalent fraction chain for this is 1/3 equals 2/6 equals 3/9. Okay? Again, the trick is you can triple 1/3, the unit fraction, to make 3/3. You can triple 2/6 to make 6/6, or a whole. And you can triple the 3 to make 9 parts filled in. So that's equivalent fractions. The key to the whole thing is really you're just taking parts and dividing them into smaller parts. And that's where the 3 parts comes in, that's where the 6 parts comes in, and that's where the 9 parts comes in. Hope that helped.